You may know Fifine as a great budget microphone company, and that is true. But today, we are taking a look at something new from Fifine. These are the Ampligame A20 computer speakers. They come in at $44.99 at the time of recording. So let's get these unboxed and find out if you should pick these up for your gaming setup. In the box is pretty simple. You get an instruction manual, and in between the pieces of foam are the speakers. So let's toss that aside and take a look. They are quite light, but not cheap feeling. They have a pretty good heft to them. They do sit flat on your desk, and I have found that I usually like speakers to have a slight tilt to kind of point them towards your ears. So take that into account. Now, Fifine does market these as a go-to speaker for pretty much any device with an audio jack. At first glance, you would believe that you can just plug in the USB into your computer and that will give you power and audio, but you would be incorrect. The USB on these speakers is just for power. You need to plug in the audio cable. Now that does expand the amount of devices that you can plug these into. You can plug these into phones and tablets. Just plug in the USB into a power brick, the audio jack into the tablet, and away you go. They also show these plugged into a TV, which is quite interesting. I don't think I have ever seen that in a computer speakers advert, but it works. As long as your monitor or TV has a headphone jack out, you can plug these speakers in. More on that later. Features on the Ampligame A20 speakers include a controllable RGB lighting, which switches between 7 modes. They are static, nothing is reactive to the music that you are playing, and there is touch controls on the top of the right speaker, which allows you to toggle through the different modes. Also on the front right speaker is the volume control, which is nice to have if you don't have a keyboard to control your volume. You can either press or hold to raise or lower the volume. And on the left speaker is the on and off switch and quick mute switch. This is a nice feature. So hold the button to turn the speakers on or off. And a quick press mutes the speakers, while a second press would unmute. Key for those quick on and off moments. No need to press or hold to raise or lower the volume. I personally use this when I was testing these speakers, as I have multiple channels of audio coming from my PC. So when my game went to a lobby, I would quick press of the button and the speakers are now muted, while music was still playing in my headphones and everything was still going on. When the game continued, another quick press and the volume was now coming through the speakers. The cable length is pretty standard. There is about 5 feet between the speakers and about 6 feet of cable from the right speaker to the end of the USB and audio cable. These speakers can be placed vertically or horizontally, but the touch controls for the RGB would be a little more difficult while horizontal. But if your setup lacks space, just lying these down under a monitor would work. Just set the RGB you like, then push them back, and you're good to go. Now to the meat and potatoes, the sound quality. Using these speakers, I tested them while plugged directly into my gaming PC, as well as plugging them into the Fifine audio mixer. Quality was similar. You would not be able to hear the difference through this microphone, but I would not say that the audio mixer made it worth the extra $40 to make them sound better. So let's have a listen. For music, I am going to play some audio from a website I use called Upbeat. It's like Artlist and Epidemic Sounds, but at a cheaper price. Let's take a look. As for design on the speakers, I do wish that they had a slight tilt to them, as not many people are perfectly aligned with their speakers on their desk. So having a slight tilt on these would increase the sound quality, as you can point them directly at your ears. My other change would be in the volume adjustment. Having a button on these speakers makes it difficult to adjust using only one hand and having to grab the speaker and press the button without the speaker falling off the desk. Having a knob would make it much easier to adjust the sound with just a single hand. Other than that, I enjoyed these speakers. I think if you're looking for a well-priced pair of speakers, then the Fifine Ampligame A20 speakers are a good fit. If you're interested, there will be an affiliate link down below. Thank you for watching. Hit the like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you in my next upload.